We will now consider item C4, the resolution in support of the district's commitment to raise awareness about the dangers of vaping. Trustee Bazo, would you like to introduce the item?
Yes, thank you, President Pedersen. I'm very honored tonight to introduce this resolution that commits our district to raising awareness about dangers of vaping. And also, I'm going to help to launch the second annual anti-vaping contest. This will go until the end of the year. And I'm doing this alongside our student board members, Alina Nguyen and Ashley Ordaz. I can't roll ours either, but the program is called the Voices for Change 2025 Break Free, Breath Free. It's a PSA contest, and this is really about our students really hearing the voice of our students. And so Dr. Bagula, Superintendent Bagula, and I attended both our student advisory board meeting, and they had a great conversation there, as well as the SWARE meeting, which is like a wellness committee for our students. And they had some fantastic ideas. I'm hoping to still utilize, we've been working closely with the comms team, so I appreciate their work on this. We're going to be, in addition to providing information about the program in a video that you're going to see in a minute here, portraying this through social media. I'm hoping to have the students be able to do some of those social media posts. And we want to make sure that this is coming from our students' peers, because especially as they get to the age where they may be starting to vape, this is really the most important. This also relates to our student achievement goal number 1, student wellness. And so that we want to make sure, in addition to physical health being important, our emotional support, with vaping, I was just looking at some of the statistics in our resolution. It shows in ages 13 to 24, you have a much higher increased risk of developing depression and anxiety, and can also intensify suicidal thoughts as well. Also, earlier our students start with e-cigarettes, they will move on. There's much greater chance of them moving on and using combustible cigarettes and other types of tobacco products, and a much higher chance of them this being a behavior for the rest of their lives. It's really at an epidemic proportion, as our student advisory board member had mentioned. This is a very small I feel like in the bigger picture, but something at least to start the process. And I also am hoping, as we develop this survey, the student wellness survey, I'd asked our superintendent if we could include a question on vaping, because it's so directly tied with these negative behaviors. So that's kind of a little bit about the contest. Just as far as some of the funding, and we don't have very much, I wish we had more. A few years ago, when this started out, it was through a settlement with the Juul company, and Juul is who makes tobacco products and the actual vapes that students use. And so we were in a multi-lawsuit, I think it was a national lawsuit. And so several school boards received funding. This was going to go into our general fund because, we're always looking for additional funding. And I was questioned that and thought we need to do something to really increase awareness with this funding. It was only supposed to be a 1-year program, and we've now turned it into a 2-year program, and we're going to continue on, making this almost bigger and better every year. And so again, I want to thank our comms team for their work on this, and our students as well. And one of the big misconceptions a lot of people will say is, oh, see, e-cigarettes are better for you. They're, not as bad for you as cigarettes, which is false. They're actually worse for you because in addition to tobacco, they have several other chemicals that are getting into the bloodstream. So if anyone tells you that, you can tell them they're wrong. We are trying to focus on our middle school students, although all school students are encouraged to be part of this program. Last year, I don't think we had any participate from the middle school, and that's really a time when we have, this behavior is really coming into play, unfortunately. So with that, I think we're going to show a video. I want to make sure the contest. Let's see. Students can get involved by creating a video or a poster showing why it's time to breathe free from vaping, drugs, and alcohol. And it's open to all San Diego Unified School students. transitional kindergarten through 12th grade, and winners can win cash prizes. And district-wide attention will be honoring them at an upcoming board meeting, and it's going to be open through December 19th. If students are younger, suggestion would be to talk to your teachers or principals. Hopefully the principals, once they get this information, they'll be sending that out. And if they aren't, we can make sure that parents know about this by sending out emails to them as well. And at the high school level, they'll also be receiving information about that through student email. So a lot of different ways to get involved. We also had a California Department of Education Tobacco Use Prevention grant that's called a 2-pay grant. So I also want to thank the county for providing that grant monies to make this possible. And you guys want to add anything?
Yeah, so I just first wanted to say I'm really proud of what the district has been doing and in taking a stand, I guess, against vaping and putting student wellness first. And we all know that vaping, it doesn't just harm the person using it, but it also has like a major effect to the community around it, whether it's through secondhand exposure or just like overall negative impact. I really am proud, and I think that by passing this resolution and continuing the second year of this campaign, it's raising awareness that needs to be said within the district about the dangers of vaping. And I'm just really happy that our district is showing that we care about our students and we're protecting our students' well-being. And this is just not about today, but it's also about the future of our district. I'm really proud to be a part of a district that listens, acts, and leads with the goal of keeping our campuses safe, healthy, and supportive for all.
I would just quickly like to say that I'm very happy to be sponsoring this resolution with Trustee Bazo and Trustee Nguyen. I mean, it's a genuine problem. I think one of the things that we don't think about is like, we always are hearing, unfortunately, there's people that we see in the streets or stories that we hear of substance use, but once we think about it for young kids, we're like, no way. Like, years ago, no adult would be sitting here thinking that their child could be exposed to these types of substances. And that's one of the things that we have to think about. And from the student perspective, just walking onto campuses and seeing that, it's very unfortunate. It's very sad to see, and some people are too scared to speak up about it. So I'm glad that events like these are created, especially in a creative way. We have students who are making posters, they're doing videos, and it's always nice that they can portray what they want in their own way. It shows that they have emotion and they have passion for it. So I'm very happy to be part of this resolution.
And President Pedersen, I just want to make one more point, which I think is really important. I think some of it.
You can also make this point in discussion. We don't have a motion yet, so this is just introductory
Oh, okay.
remarks.
That's okay.
But okay, you can continue.
Yeah. I'll finish up my thought. I think when some of us were in high school, that with combustible cigarettes, it was obvious that you were smoking. But now with vaping, it's very easy to do in a classroom. My kids used to tell me how kids would just breathe down their shirts. And yeah, so it's happening all around us, not even realizing it. So that it's almost, I think, worse than actual cigarettes. Oh yeah, all the time in the classroom. So anyway, I just wanted to make that point because I think that's important.
All right. To be clear, those were introductory remarks. We do not have a motion on the floor yet, so I will entertain. And we have a video. Okay, we have an introductory video. Okay, let the video roll.
People vape is because they're having trouble coping with other things in their life.
Both stress and social pressure, especially in vaping, is something that's pretty normal for teens in our age group.
Media is definitely one of the biggest influences, especially in movies and in social media.
Show people or our classmates and peers that vaping is not a positive thing, it's a negative thing.
Talk to teachers and administrators and counselors and let them know that this is something that a lot of people are working towards limiting.
Remind people that you have alternative sources like mental health support or things like that.
If you quit vaping, like it'll improve your health, you'll have better performance at your sport, or you'll do better on tests because you can focus. I feel like that would be good.
All right, very cool. Do I have a motion on this item? Trustee Bazo, do I have a second? Trustee Ordaz, we have a motion and a second. We will now take board discussion. We heard a little bit of that in the introductory remarks. Do we have any additional comments from trustees? Okay, hearing no further comments, we will move to a vote. Oh wait, I'm sorry. Are there any public comment? Okay, good. Okay, I almost missed that. Okay, with that, we'll move to a vote. Student trustees, please vote. All other board members, please vote. All right, item C3, C4 rather, passes with unanimously with student trustees concurring.